Okay, so I'm recording. That's all good. You guys can talk if you want to. So, because it'd be good to get some feedback on, where you guys are at anyway in terms of your DMO. So tonight I thought it would be really cool because I know heaps of you and heaps of you are struggling with what to do, what's the best thing to do to get to be the most efficient, and to get the most success from your business. So I don't know, most of you will know about the 5 high-paying activities, this sheet. You should all have it. Well, any of my frontline should have it anyway because I send it out to you guys when you first start. So I'm pretty much going to be working from that. How many of you guys have seen the post that I popped in or that I tagged you in of Crystal Roots from last night? Her DMO, yeah. And what about Katrina's one that she popped up the other day for Supercharged Summer? No, just one, 2. Okay, so I'm pretty much going to be working with that plus Simon Chan's one, and I'm going to talk a little bit about, so I'm going to give you guys some options on what to do. I think it would be really cool too to get some idea around how much time you guys need to do this, because I know a lot of you are still working, so you need to be working around your work day. So what I'm going to do here is go over some of these things. So obviously what we need to be doing every day is posting. Posting is really, really important. So at least 3 times a day. So something that, I hope you guys are taking notes too if you need to. Something that, that's something that Crystal talked about that really works. I know this is also something, Maxine, you'll probably remember this from conference, but this is also something that Sophie Hughes does as well, is that she goes to, so once she puts up a post, so you're putting up a post 3 times a day, they need to be add value or creating curiosity posts. So that you don't want to be sharing something straight. So if you see something of another team member and you like that post, you don't want to hit share. Hitting share is not going to increase your friends seeing your posts. Facebook like them to be legitimate, authentic. And so what you are best to do is save the photo and then copy and paste the text, and then you can change the text to make it authentic to you if you want to. So the post ideas for Team Love is an excellent group. There's a whole lot of ideas in there. You guys are more than welcome to use any of those photos, any of that, the text and the ideas as well. But we do suggest that you might want to just pop your own words in it, making it a little bit authentic to you, because that's what this business is about. It's about making it authentic to who you are. So the other thing that Sophie does, and something that Crystal has suggested that we do, and Crystal she's smashing all the challenges. She's winning top, and she's actually doing really well. So she's got herself 3 new team just from doing the Supercharged Summer. So that's how well she's doing, and so that's why we think if it's working for her, then it can work for us. So what you want to do is when you're posting when you put your posts up, you want to be watching, like over a week, you want to be watching who consistently loves or likes on your posts. And if you get to the end of the week and you think, okay, well, there's a few people there that are consistently really liking and loving on your posts. So what you want to be doing is you want to be sending them a message and saying, hey, thanks so much for loving my post. I really appreciate your support. And then just start a conversation. Hey, how are you doing? How's your day been? How was your new year? Just start a conversation. And then just keep that conversation going. And the other thing too is, and this is something I've always done, is that you want to reply to every time someone comments on one of your posts, you want to reply to that. And often it's a really good idea to not just reply and say thank you, but often it's to ask them a question too, especially if it's someone that you haven't spoken to for a while. It's, hey, how are you? How's your day? Whatever you want to say, as long as it's nothing too personal, because a lot of people don't want to be responding to questions like that in a public forum. But all of these things, what they do is they get your Facebook algorithms up so that your posts are going to be seen by more of your friends on a regular basis. So this is all part of making sure that people are seeing your posts. Okay, so that's that on posting. So now then the next thing is sharing. So sharing is a huge one for us. And sharing also means connecting, reaching out. Sharing is posting. Connecting and reaching out is our next one. And this is huge for us. This is what gets your team. This is often what gets your customers as well. Even though people think it's posting, what posting does is it ensures that people are actually seeing what you're doing from those that you are connecting with on Messenger or connecting without, obviously you can connect with them in person as well. But if you want people to see your posts, you need to be connecting with them on Messenger. How many of you guys have putting posts up all the time and hardly anybody is commenting or liking your posts? Any of you? You're getting quite a few likes and loves on your posts. You're not getting many, Louise. So what's happening there, honey, is if you reach out, so if you actually start talking to people on Messenger and just having general conversations, just saying, hey, how are you? It's been ages. How's life? How's the kids? Are they growing up? How was your Christmas? How was your New Year? Have you been on holiday? Anything like that. Just find a reason to connect with them on Messenger. And what that does is that sets up your algorithms so that all your posts are being seen by all those friends for, I think it's up to 60 days or something. 60 days? I'm sorry, 69 days that they're seeing it afterwards. So that's why you've got to continuously, like every day, be connecting with people. So what's a really good suggestion? These are different things that you can try. This is what I do. So I do 5 to 10 new conversations with people in Messenger every day. So that is just starting a general conversation.
It's on Messenger.
On Messenger, yeah, through Messenger.
Okay.
And this is something that, I do as well. Kat also does this. And this is kiss, hugging on people on their posts. But I also do this in groups. So if we're talking about, so Kat put up something with kiss, hug 20 people. Usually she does this in her feed. So she goes through her feed and she'll kiss, hug on them. And what the kiss, hug is love. So loving on their post, some kind of emoji. And then the hug is commenting. So when you comment, you want to say, hey, wow, that's a beautiful photo. You guys look really happy. How's, and you want to ask them a question, something that's relatable to the photo. Because again, you want to create interaction. So you want to get them, you want to start a conversation. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, it's still creating some kind of interaction. And then what I do is I also go into groups. So I go into at least one group a day. I will post something that is an add value into that group. And then I will go through all the other posts and I will comment on the post. So this is something that Simon Chan uses, and this is something that I do as well. It's CLAM. And that is comment, like or love, add friend, and message. So I do mine a little bit differently to Simon, and I don't know about you, Maxine, if you do this as well. But so you comment on the post, you like and love the post. So when you're commenting, you're doing the same as what you're doing in your news feed on people's posts, is that you're commenting on it, and then you're ending it with a question. So you're asking some kind of question that's relatable to that post. And then what I do is, Simon Chan says to add as a friend and then send them a personal message. So every time you add someone as a friend, you always send them a personal message as well. And that's just, hey, it's great to connect with you. I really enjoyed your post. It really inspired me, or whatever it did for you. That's authentic. So you don't want to be making up stories. You want to be authentic with it. And then, and just take it from there, and then you can ask them a question again. So always end on a question. But what I do is I don't necessarily add them as a friend and message them straight away. So I like to keep that conversation going, unless they've said to me, oh, I'd really like to know more about what you're doing, or I really love your post. Unless the conversation has got to a point where they're wanting help from you, or you're wanting help from them, and you've gone, let's connect on Messenger. Because I find that sometimes I will add a message straight away, but it doesn't always. I don't really get a huge response from that. How about you, Maxine? Do you find that you get a response from it?
From what? Sorry, I just had a pop-up message on my phone and I got distracted.
Oh, from Simon Chan's clan, where he adds a new friend and messages them straight away once you're commenting on the post in the group. I generally what I do is I put a post in the group. So for example, this last week I've been posting quite a lot in my greyhound groups. I will post a picture of my greyhounds with a comment, and then I get a bunch of comments underneath my post. Everyone coming in and chatting about what I've posted about, and then I just go ahead and like and friend request every single person that commented on my post. Great, awesome.
And I usually get 2 or 3 people accepting, and then I immediately, when they've accepted, I immediately just go on and say, hey, thanks for connecting on here. How many greyhounds have you got? And then we start chatting about our babies. So I tend to, that to me that's quite a quick way, because you don't have to go back and forth with a lot of conversation. That's just how
your own post. Yeah, it definitely works when it's your own post. It's different when it's someone else's post. So, and that's the beauty of finding interest groups that you love and adding value into those interest groups and making friends from those interest groups, because that's what you want to be doing, is you want to be adding friends and extending your friend list. You want to be creating new friends all the time, networking. So that's brilliant, Maxine. Thanks for that. That's a really good a good suggestion. Because I just
wanted to add. I just wanted to add that I put a post up yesterday about my result on the product, and I've had 2 inquiries about the capsules from a couple of greyhound people that I've only just added a couple of weeks ago, and they're asking.
Yeah, so I find that too with new friends, because they're just seeing your post. You're just talking to my messenger and they're just seeing your posts. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's how we're getting more customers. Trying to just constantly build friends through groups. Yeah,
that's great. Awesome. Thank you. So that's pretty much connecting. Again, Sophie Hughes, who's like an NMD, God, how many clubs is she? 50 club, isn't she, Maxine? 50 club. She's basically built her business on talking to so she actually talks to every person. She sends a message to every person who loves on her post. So, and I'm not suggesting you do this, but I am suggesting that you definitely have conversations with people that are regularly on your post, and not necessarily about the business or the product. So then the next thing is following up. So I know that Kat suggested the other day that we do 20 follow-ups, but generally I would do between 5 and 10, depending on how many presentations you're sending out. You want to be sending out at least 3 presentations every day, or invitations to a live a local presentation or to a Zoom event. So your follow-ups are, in case anybody's not sure about what a follow-up is when you've had a conversation with somebody around the product or the business, they've inquired about it or you've spoken to them about it. A follow-up is that they've been sent a link or they've been sent some information or you've been on a phone call with them or they've seen an event and you want to follow them up and ask them, how's everything going? Having the scripts is the best thing that you can have. So do you all know where the scripts are?
Team Freestyle.
Yep, Team Freestyle or Team Love. They're in both of those. Scripts and marketing in the files. Best thing for you guys to have in terms of verbiage. It gives you verbiage for everything that you need to know. So this is just from general interest back on product or business, but also around phone calls, like getting on a phone call and talking to a potential customer. So there's all sorts of verbiage, follow-up verbiage, use that. Has everyone seen the shred verbiage that Crystal's put up for us that I posted today in our Soul Tribe chat?
Soul Tribe chat, that's what it is.
Yeah. So if you've got any interest on the shred, try that because it's really working for Crystal. So let's give that a go.
Tanya,
Yeah.
so Kat also recently posted some really great verbiage around how to invite people to look at an event, at a video.
Yeah, that's in Team Love. I saw that.
So that's in Team Love. I actually made it into a file for myself.
Would you
So
like to post that in Soul Tribe, Maxine? Can you do that? Can you post if you've
yes.
posted it?
Yes, I did. I saved it as a file, but I think that's really great because she's telling you how to reach out to people and invite them to look at the business. That's something I personally found quite hard and quite scary at the beginning.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's because you just don't have the verbiage of how to sort of go in and talk to someone you haven't spoken to for ages, you know. So that's really good what she put in the other day.
That's awesome. Thanks, Maxine. Can you pop that in Soul Tribe for us? Not in the chat, but in the actual group. Is that okay?
In the group, yeah. Okay, yeah, I can do that.
That's awesome. So you guys will see that up. Okay, the other thing that is really, really good to use, so I'm going to show you guys this. So every time you're talking to somebody about the product or the business, you need to record them. This is my product book. So I know that there are forms and things that you can use in Team Freestyle, but honestly, I've been using this. I know that Kat uses a book as well. And you're just really putting their name in, the date. So this is what I do, is I just put their name in, I put the date that I've had that they inquired, and then I put whether they're a shred customer or not, because that's really important. So when you've got shred coming around, you want to be following up to see if they're interested in starting it. Because remember, these are people that have only inquired about the product or the program, and then just a little bit about your conversation with them, what they're interested in, what their health concerns are, that kind of thing. And I've got a whole box, so every time I've got so many, every time I get someone that's interested, that's what I do. I write them in there, and then you can go back and follow up with them every couple of months. And it's amazing how many customers you get from that. Incredible. Now with the biz, I colour code this. So I use a whole 2 pages for the biz stuff. So again, I keep this in a separate book, and I'm putting in the person. I colour code them depending on whether they're interested in the product or whether they've been a customer. Also, whether I've got feedback from them, whether they're interested in the business or not, whether they are but want to do it later. I've even got teams, so people that jump into the business. And so all I've got here is, again, the name, the date that we've connected, how we've connected. So whether it was through an ad, whether it was through personal conversation, whatever it was, you pop that in. And then I've just got a series of, you know, whether they've had the first message, whether they've had a link sent or whether they've seen an event, how many follow-up messages they've had, and then whether they've had a three-way and whether they've been into the blueprint group. And then a little bit about them and how I know them and what our conversation was like. So again, I've got an entire book full of people that I've spoken to about the business and have inquired. So that, again, is easy for you guys to follow up. Because otherwise, if you have talked to people and you have no idea who you've spoken to, you don't know who to follow up. And so there could be a whole potential lot of team or customers that could end up in someone else's team because you forgot to follow up. So following up is really, really, really important, and keeping a really good check on that is important too. If you want me to send you guys a photo of what I've put in the books, I'm happy to do that, just to give you an idea.
That would be great.
Yeah? Okay, I'll pop it up in our chat group. Okay, so that's that. And so what you want to do is you want to be, so you've had an initial conversation with somebody, you know, you might have got on a phone call, you might have sent them some information, you might have invited them to an event, or they've seen a link, and you followed up after that and you haven't heard from them at all. I would be following up again in about a week and just asking them if they're still interested. And if they don't follow up again, then I would leave them for about 2 months, and I would just follow up with a general conversation of, hey, how are you doing? How's life treating you? That kind of thing, rather than talking about the business or the product. Because again, you just want to be bumping them up so that they're seeing your post, because it takes between, they say it's about what's the word I'm looking for? You might be able to help me from that screen. 8 to 10.
8 to 10 conversations.
Yeah, conversations or visuals, or, you know, of seeing your posts or being triggered basically on the product before they'll actually sign up. There's not many people that will sign up straight away. So often they will sit on the fence for a long time. A really good example of that is Jan. She was someone who sat on the fence for nearly a year, and the amount of times I followed her up, and it pays off, you know. So don't ever think, oh, I'm not going to bother following up with them anymore. Following up is really important to keep it going. So now the other thing that's really important, I know in our 5 high-paying activities, I mean, that's pretty much your DMO. That is pretty much DMO that you need to be doing on a daily basis. So tell me, guys, how much time would you have during the day to put into your DMO?
An hour?
Yeah, an hour.
Now, what about you, Orla? You probably have less time, eh, honey, because you're working.
Yeah.
How much time would you have?
Half an hour.
Half an hour, okay. What about you, Louise?
I could make more time for me to do this.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. So then for half an hour, so an hour is easy for you guys to do this. You've got an hour, then you can easily get this done in an hour. I would suggest, because what I've been doing is I'm on 8:30 every morning for half an hour on Zoom where I'm doing my DMO. If any of you guys want to jump on, you're more than welcome to do it with me. Sometimes it's really good to have someone else accountable for what we're doing. It motivates us. But I do, and I have half an hour, and personally I find half an hour is not enough for what I want to do. So what I've been doing is 10 minutes of adding new friends or talking in groups, 10 minutes of follow-ups, and 10 minutes of sending out invites. It's not enough. So if you've got an hour, you can actually extend that, and you could be putting 15 minutes into your groups. you could be putting 15 minutes into following up, 15 minutes into new conversations, 15 minutes of posting, and that's your hour. For you, Orla, I would be doing, so the most important thing for you, honey, would be posting and reaching out and following up. So again, I'd be putting 10 minutes into follow-ups, 10 minutes into reaching out, and with that reaching out, it's actually it's actually inviting them as well to look at the business, and definitely put the rest of your time into posting. That's going to give you the most efficient time. Following up is really, really important. So is that doable, Orla? Yeah. And time yourself if you need to, honey. Because what I find is, even if I don't time myself, if nobody else is on, I find that I'm like going over, and I can spend like 20 minutes or half an hour on something, and I'm like, oh shit, I've been spending this much time. So if you've only got a certain amount of time yourself, and this is how much time you've got. And even limit, like, okay, I'm going to talk to 5 people today, and I've got 10 minutes to do it in. So it makes you be more efficient.
Okay.
Now with the events, personal development, that kind of thing, personal development is anything that is going to help you grow. Events are on, twice a week in the evenings, or even in the some during the day. And personal development is any trainings that we have and anything else that you feel that you need, whether it's reading or audio books, or whether it's on YouTube or Spotify or whatever. That needs to become separate. So I wouldn't make that as part of your DMO. You really need to be making time for those on top of the time that you're putting into your DMO realistically. Because if you don't do training, you don't do events, you don't do personal development, you're not growing, you're not learning, and you're not actually able to, you're not going to be as successful. It also means that you're plugging in and it's helping to inspire and motivate you to actually want to make your business grow. So I would be, if you need to be watching at least one event a week, and that's half an hour, if you can find a half an hour one, and at least one training a week. So if that's all you can fit in, then do that. I mean, training's what, an hour? So, and then of course, if you can watch recorded trainings at any time during any other, something that I do that is really efficient for me is that if I'm cooking dinner, I've got my training on. So I'm cooking dinner, I've got my training on. If I go for a walk, I've got my earplugs in, I've got my training on. So if you're sitting in the car, you're driving, instead of having music on, put your training on. So you're actually listening to it while you're doing something else, so that you're using that time efficiently. Yeah, that would be a total non-negotiable. And then the other thing, of course, is customer care. So that shouldn't take you too long. So what I do is I set aside one day a week where I do all of my customer care. So I know that Crystal was, she put up some really beautiful ideas last night. I don't know if you remember them, Karen. You were the only one on training, weren't you, honey, last night?
Oh, I loved it.
I know, it was great, wasn't it? And she put up some really lovely ideas of customer care and customer gifts. But I know that for some of you that don't have a lot of money, it might be tricky to do, because she had made these beautiful frames with words on them, and she was giving them away to her customers. But honestly, all I do is I will give, so when I get a new customer, I'll send them a card as a welcome, and then I will put something nice in it, like an affirmation. You can actually make up your own affirmation cards, Vistaprint, really cheap. Really cheap. You can get a whole lot for really cheap, and you can make them up the way you want to. You can put whatever affirmations on it that you want and whatever pictures. Or like a magnet. I know you do that, don't you, Maxine? You send out have you had your Juice Plus today magnets?
Yeah, fridge magnets, which you have made up.
So something that I was looking at doing was getting those off the Juice Plus website, and I know I was looking at it with Marie, but I found out that they can only send them to Australia, so they can't actually send them to New Zealand. So you have to order them, get them sent to someone that you know who lives in Australia, and get them to send them to you. So if you want to have your own magnets, you need to actually get them made through Vistaprint yourself. And I know that when I talked to Marie about this, she was very staunch on that. You've got to go through Ben Hasty to have it okayed by him, so that the logo is okay, that we're not stealing the logo. So I don't know if you knew that, Maxine, did you?
No, but I haven't used the logo at all in mine. I just wrote, "Have you taken your Juice Plus today?"
Yeah, but I think he wants. I think she said that everything like that has to be cleared through him.
Yeah, I can imagine that. That would be
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Who is he?
That's okay. So what they are, guys, is they're just a magnet that you put that your customers can put on their fridge that says, "Have you had your Juice Plus today?" Because how many customers do you have that forget to take their Juice Plus? I know you have, they Karen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot too. So it's a really nice gift to put in with their welcome card. So anything like that. And then often what I do is then I send them a gift when they've had their first shipment, their second shipment come out. And I'll just send them some shakes or something else. Oh, you've got one there, Moni. Yeah, that's nice. Have you had your Juice Plus today? That's lovely.
Yep.
Where's that? I can't see it.
Hold it up again, Moni. Slightly over to your left. Yeah, that's it. Can you see that?
No.
Hold it up a bit, Moni.
Oh, I can see it now. Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah. So little ideas like that, putting crystals in the gifts, whatever it is that you want to put in. But I wouldn't spend a lot of money, guys. You don't really want to be spending a lot of money. It's just the care that you're taking, making sure that you're checking in. So something I do is every week in their first month, I touch base with them and make sure they're going okay, because that detox can be awful for them and a lot of them fall off then. So I don't know if you guys know, but in Soul Tribe files, I put in a customer follow-up sheet. You're welcome to use that. It's got, because I just didn't find anything that worked for me, that gave me everything that I wanted, and I've got all the dates of when to follow up, and you just write them in when your customer has got their shipment received, and then so what dates you need to be following them up. So feel free to use that. And I think that's about it for that.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, go for it.
When you say refer to the events, where you meant to do like one event a week and one a training a week, is the event like the launches, or is it the training's obviously the training that we've done, but is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. So the events are like the launches. They're the ones that we have. The New Zealand one that we have at on Tuesday nights at 7 usually.
Okay. Cool.
The New Zealand event. That is an event.
And is that us watching it or actually participating in it when you're wanting people to volunteer to share the story?
Just watching. But,
Okay.
I mean, guys, jump in. If anyone's asking you to help, say yes. Even if you're just sharing your story, learning how to share your story is really powerful, because if you can share your story on an event, you can share your story with anyone that asks you about the product or the business. I mean, it's like you were talking today, Kieran, about a friend that you've got that was interested in the business and the product. I mean, if you're good at sharing your business story, you'll be able to share that with her easy. And your story is really powerful, because people love to hear that. They need to know that there's some emotional involvement there. There's some emotional connection. They need to have an emotional connection with you. And so that if it's something that they can relate to, they're going to connect with you a lot easier. You're building that rapport with them.
Cool.
So yeah, and then you know what training is. Training is this, or any of Kat's Diamonds SC or Team Freestyle training. Any of Linda's.
I made that file the other day that's got all of the trainings and events on it.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
going to mention that too, Maxine. So you guys, did you all see that Maxine made up a list of all the trainings and what times they're on and days and numbers?
Correct. Yes.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Print that out and put that up on your office wall or something, because that's an excellent resource. Thanks for that, Maxine.
But did I get the New Zealand training right at 7 o'clock?
Yeah, that's at 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought there was something I had written down, it was 7:15, but as long as it's right on the list.
No, it's 7 o'clock. 7:15 was the freestyle event, New Zealand freestyle event on Monday night.
As long as I got it right. But you checked it, so it is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is anyone confused about what I've said? Do you need clarification on anything? I don't want you going away feeling more confused than when you first started.
I just want to confirm what the 5 top paying activities are.
Okay. So it's sharing, and sharing is like posting and talking to people. You know, sharing your story.
Yep.
Connecting
Right,
and reaching out.
Yep.
So building a new network and talking to people. Following up.
Yep. So what
events. Sorry.
Yep. Events.
And then customer care.
Cool. So that's just what we've done over tonight.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've just been over tonight. Now, something else that's really, really good, and I know some of you probably do this already, but this is something that's really helped me, and that is part of my self-development, is every morning for 10 minutes, all it takes is 10 minutes, is I do gratitude and visualization / meditation. And this helps you to connect with your heart, with your passion, with your desire, with your vision, and your why. This is why you're doing this. And to actually, it helps you to eliminate fear, because I know fear is huge and it can actually stop you from doing so many things. I actually had a really good quote that I'll read you. I heard from Simon Chan today. So what I do is I visualize, and I always do this in front of my vision board. So I visualize what I want for the day, for the month, or for the year. And I don't just visualize it, but I feel it. I see myself doing it, and I feel how good it feels when I'm in that moment. And then I am grateful for 3 things, at least 3 things. I feel grateful for them in the moment. And then sometimes I go into a meditation from that, but sometimes a visualization is all I need. It's really completely up to you, as long as you feel that you're connecting with yourself. I think that's the most important thing. And that's a really nice way to start your day. And it takes less than 10 minutes. So that's really awesome way to start your day. So I've got this amazing, I just want to share this with you. This is really cool. I listened to Simon Chan today, and he said, the temptation to quit is greatest when success is just around the corner.
It's so true.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So how many of you gone, oh God, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. I've many times, and he said if you don't feel that, you're not working hard enough. So great, it's great that you've been honest, but it's true. So like what I found is when I get to those moments where I feel like, oh fuck, I can't do this anymore, this is too bloody hard, like we had that moment in conference, Maxine.
Yeah.
And then my business goes like this. It's amazing. It just grows. Something amazing happens, and I can.
I can't remember. I think it was Katrina or Linda. One of them said, if you want to get to NMD, you have to push through your fear. if you're not willing to push through your fear, you're never going to get to NMD.
That's right. That's right.
It's true. It's true.
It's like that live that I put in of Katrina's today into Soul Tribe Chat. That is so gold, guys. Watch that, because that is just so true, how we sabotage ourselves. And it's a natural thing that our brain does. So when we get to the point where we're actually, doing something and getting somewhere, our brain will come in and say, no, you can't have that, because it's in survival mode. But you've got to get past that. Sorry?
Trying to keep you safe.
That's right. Yeah, keeps you to survive. So the other thing that he says is success comes from failure and frustration. It doesn't come from hard work. It comes from, when you feel like you've failed at something, it's the same thing. It's like you feel like you're going to give up. Success is just around the corner. And it's so true. Like, honestly, we had that moment, didn't we, Maxine? We were like, holy fuck, what am I doing? Do I really want this? And then I come back from conference and I had like 4 promotions or something, and, some new team. And it's just crazy. It's just, you've got to get to that real low. It's like the universe testing you, going, well, do I really want this? Am I really willing to put in the hard work and really get past my fear to actually to get what I deserve, to get the success that I really want? And it's true. So keep going, guys.
I do also love that saying that when you come up against those really difficult moments, think about why you came into the business. Go back to your why. Why are you doing it? And that's really helped me. When I've had really tough days, when I've been afraid, I just think, well, if I don't do this, I know what I'm going to have to go back to doing, and I don't want to go back to doing that.
I do the same thing, Max. It's like, yeah, I always think about, well, what's the alternative? Am I going to go back to where I was?
Yeah.
There's no way I want to go back to the 9-to-5 grind. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So that's a really good point. Thanks, Max. So before we finish, I just want to make sure that everyone is okay and no one has any questions around the DMO. You're okay. Orla, you're okay, honey, with it all? Yeah, okay. I sometimes I just prattle on and I just think I might be confusing you all. I don't want to do that. How about you, Louise? Are you okay with it, honey?
Yeah, great.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So is there anything else? Anyone's got any questions on anything else? I feel very bored today. I've got like no hair.
I just had one little thing to add.
Yep, go for it.
I know it's going back to something we just talked about before in terms of the presents or the gifts for your new customers. One thing I've found really good is eventually, when you can afford it, get some shakes, because I send out a shake with my new customers that are going on capsules, and a couple of times they've ordered them because of that, because they've got to try them, and that they do come to $5 each, so they're a bit more of a cost, but it's good to aim for that eventually, I think.
It's a good idea. I just gave a couple of shakes to a new customer today because she's a PT and she loves the program. She started the shred already. She's super keen, and so I'm like, oh, I've got to get her on these, because she's got customers that are on isogenics and she hates isogenics. She said, I would never recommend my customers on it. She said, I want them to get on this program. It's amazing. So,
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if we can transfer all those isogenics shakes customers over to ours, it's all it makes more sense.
Yeah.
You're not losing weight on shakes. You're losing weight with real food.
Yeah, and I think isogenics is like $600 a month. It's something huge. It's a huge amount of money, eh? So.
Wow, that's a lot.
You know, it's crazy.
Okay.
You know, our shakes are really affordable as well.
Okay, any other questions, lovely ladies? So nice to see your faces.
Yeah. Got a good turnout today.
So, okay, so no questions. So I've got something exciting to talk to you about because you guys are just a beautiful soul tribe. I bumped into a lady today who works at a yoga retreat in Wellington. And what they do is they do like retreats once a month, like it's a weekend. And it's only $50 for the weekend for everything, food and everything.
What?
And I'm like, oh my God, we've got to do a soul tribe retreat. How does that sound? Who would be keen?
$50.
I know.
$50.
$50 all up. Well, she had all these books and she was on the street selling, talking about these books. And she said, oh, we don't ask for any payment. And I looked at her and I'm like, what? They're brand new books. She goes, oh, we just asked for a donation. So, here's someone out there who's doing this amazing work, trying to help people to be more balanced in their life and be more aware of their spiritual side. So I think, hey, I'd love to support them and what they're doing, but it means that we get a retreat cheaper. So who'd be keen to go?
I'm in.
Yeah, I thought you would be, Ola. About you, Karen? Yeah. Max?
Absolutely.
What's the accommodation like? Do we have to sleep in bunks and things?
Oh, you're gorgeous. Yeah. And you don't want to share a room, do you, Maxine?
Well, I'm a princess when it comes to my accommodation.
I know, I stayed with you.
I might have to hang out for the Thai hotel.
The one of Phuket. I know, that does look gorgeous. Well, look, I'll tell you what, I'll do some digging. I'll find out. I've just got the information from her, so I'm going to find out and I'll put something up in Soul Tribe group and see who else is interested, because I think that could be something really cool that we could do with no work. Like, we won't be talking about work. It's just a retreat, just to hang out, girl time, connection. And it's basically yoga, meditation, vegan food. It's just all good stuff the whole weekend. I know, amazing, eh? So
whereabouts is it held?
Wellington. I'm not sure whereabouts exactly. So I've only just got this. So I've got to actually look it up, go to the website and have a look at it and find out a bit more about it. But I thought I'd put it to you guys anyway. She was lovely. She comes up to me and she said, oh, are you a spiritual person? Or she say, are you a spiritual person? Or are you in coaching or something? And I said, yeah, why? And she goes, it's the way you're walking. She said, everyone walks like this. And she said, you're walking like this. Wow, that's amazing. That's Tony Robbins for you. That's what he does. Okay, well, I'm going to love you guys and leave you now because I've probably talked to your heads off enough. Thanks for jumping on, Ola. It was good to see you, honey. Yeah, I'll stop recording.
See ya.
Before.